Well, then who's on first?
Yes.
No, I mean the fellow's name.
Yes.
Who?
Who?
Oh.
Who?
The guy on first.
Who?
The first baseman.
Who?
The guy playing...
Who's on first?
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's the man's name.
Everybody, I would like you to put your hands together. Give a big, warm Altoona Mallow Cup welcome to Rob Paulsen.
Mo is on his way. He had to give another urine specimen. Oh, wait a minute. This is him.
Put him on speaker.
No, that's not. That's somebody. Anyway, he will be here shortly. So I sent him an email, whatever that's called, carrier pigeon, and said, "Hey, man, I'm going to go hang out with all these lovely peoples." So here I am. Now who's the stupid one? No.
Did he get confused and go looking for a Zoom?
Probably. Brain is all about his ego. He's got his own area code. No, it's the whole thing. This was, I believe, the fourth time I've been here, maybe more, something like that.
4 sounds about right.
Is that right? Thank you. I've said it, yesterday when we were doing a panel with my boy Ash, who's here this weekend. All of you have been so kind. Obviously, you're always great to me, to us. But you embraced my little child. Speaking of which, hello.
Speaking of a little child.
Hello, Frank.
Yes, my friend.
Yes, and it is also, speaking of my little boy, my 38, 6'1", 2 1/4 boy,
Yes.
it is Maurice's son's birthday today.
My kid's birthday.
Let me help you out here. There you go.
Groovy. I'm sorry?
Is this annoying anybody yet?
I feel like we're about to be attacked.
Yes, my friend.
That's right.
Oh, you did? Did you enjoy it? Well, hi, Sophia.
Nice to see
I
you
do.
again.
Now that you mention it, I do. Yeah. It's so nice to see you. Well, that is why I am stupid.
Wait, aren't you Sophia, the musical? No. All right. Wrong Sophia.
I know. You're Sophia the Yakko fan.
I'm a Yakko Sim.
I know. See, I got you right.
All right.
All right. Thank
Yes.
you. Hello, Sophie.
All right, so listen, since it's my son's birthday,
Yeah.
his name is Jonathan. Would you guys sing him happy birthday?
Sure.
Hang on 1 second. Okay, wait. Here we go. I'm going to do it selfie style. Wait. Not yet. Hold.
Wait for the action.
Yeah, wait. I was just going to. I know you. Not yet. I know you're getting annoyed with all the birthday messages from me, son, but Jonathan, I love you, and so do all these people. So,
Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha-cha-cha.
Happy birthday, dear Jonathan. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, Jan.
And many more.
on Channel 4 and Frankenstein on Channel 9. Happy birthday, son. Thank you, everybody.
That's great. Thank you, guys. Consider my case rested.
There
That's
you
what we were
go.
talking about earlier, about how
right.
you guys embrace us all. And we've done this maybe 2 or 3 times together here.
Yeah, yes. Well, only on one time, I was on video monitor because.
Oh, that's right.
Last year
COVID.
I had the COVID.
That
I
was
had the
last
vid.
year, right?
And but I couldn't not hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
So I was 102 fever, I believe I had, but we still got to chat last year. I'm glad to be here this year with my pal, my partner in crime, Mr. Paulsen. Yes, Pinky.
thank you,
Are you
Brian.
pondering what I'm pondering?
I think so, Brad.
Did you just call me brat?
Now,
How dare you?
excuse me, Caesar salad on table 5, please.
Yes, indeed.
Would you ask me again, Brian?
The French has long been celebrated for its excellence. Pinky, are you pondering Paul Masson, its vintage dated?
Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
I think so, Brain. But if Jack's black and Betty's white, is Marvin gay?
That's quite a brave question, brave answer in these
Brain.
politically correct times, Pinky. But
Sing sexual healing with me.
sexual healing
Yeah.
is something.
Boy, that makes me say nerve.
I can't remember the words.
Yeah.
I can just remember the rhythm.
Yeah.
So,
When I get that feeling, I won't not
sexual healing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's not going to end up on YouTube. I got to take this out of the thing. Here we go.
Fire away, Brain.
Yeah, that's going to be on YouTube.
I'm an ex-comic,
Yeah.
not ex-convict, but ex-comic, and I'm just used to holding the mic and do. I tell you, I'm all right now, but last week I was in rough shape. Yeah, last week I went to bed with an inflatable girl. Now I got an inflatable guy looking for me. Okay. Yeah, I toured. You remembered? I toured with Rodney Dangerfield from in 1985 and 86, and 1984 and 85, and I was his opening act, and then he put me on the 9th annual Young Comedian Special, which is something HBO used to have. Remember, HBO is something that existed up until 2 weeks ago, and soon we'll be asking somebody to remember HBO. So yes, thank you for knowing that. You don't look old enough to know that. Well, thank you. I'd be surprised. I bet I would. Yes, indeed, my friend. There's a special place for you when I take over the world, yes. You will rule by my side, and we will do away with that boob, Pinky.
Yes.
He's never heard of Rodney Dangerfield.
And I will begin every day by saying Amway is not just soap anymore. Now, that's a little cryptic, but I'm stupid mouse. What the hell
yes,
do I
if you know what HBO is, you might know what Amway was.
The NFT of the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you would like to take questions, people, please raise your hands.
Yeah, like if you would pick, then that'd be great because you got to get a mic to them anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll start here. 'cause
And
I'm lazy.
they can hate you for not calling on them instead of us.
Yes.
We still.
I'm here for you to take all that hate.
Thank you very much.
No problem, cuz.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Ellie. Hello,
yeah.
Ellie.
I have questions, but since I don't want this to be like 3 hours long, I'll just pick like 3.
Fair enough.
Okay, if I sound awkward, it's because I am. I'm just.
No, you're not awkward, honey.
Okay.
You're looking at people who get paid to do what you get them in trouble in 7th grade.
Yeah.
So don't ever apologize.
Yeah.
for being,
You don't need to
yeah.
apologize.
Okay.
If you're awkward, then I'm awkward.
Yeah.
So we're all in the awkward club together.
Center. Namyo Renge Kyo. Good.
Okay. Have you ever sang so this is for Mr. Paulsen, or I don't know. Have you ever sang Yakko's World as Pinky?
Yes, I was watching it in the car.
Apparently I was. This was my friend Sophie, the walking IMDb page. You are a brilliant young woman. I know you know, but you are. Well, I know. So I did do the Yakko's World as Pinky, right?
Yes,
And Sophie is,
it was hilarious.
and it was hilarious. So thank you.
I saw someone ask you on one of your old Talkin' Tunes
Oh,
episodes.
see, and she's even pushing my old Talkin' Toon show. You're the best.
I used to I watched one thing of that, but I can't I don't have time to watch all
Oh,
the
no,
other
trust
stuff.
me, you don't. It's lovely, but you got plenty of more important things
Yeah.
to do.
Okay. Have you ever heard of this character from the Pinky and the Brain comics? Dark Pinky from the first one and 25th one. He's just basically evil Pinky.
Evil
and he's,
Pinky?
Evil Pinky.
Insane, and everybody loves him.
Oh, well, that's not too far from the truth, is it?
You know what? I've never read any
Pinky
of
the
the
Brain
Pinky and the
comic.
Brain comics, and I just got an idea. Why don't we one day, not today, we should do a staged reading of Pinky and the Brain comics?
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ellie. It's a great idea. But no, I'm not aware of that particular character.
Okay.
But thank you for bringing it up. I'll find it.
Okay.
It's actually a really obvious idea. I send your applause back to you. I'm amazed we didn't think of it before.
Right.
Yeah, there's just this artist who draws him a lot, and he's just
Great.
everywhere. One last question. how do you feel about do you know that kids on the autism spectrum or who have ADHD, basically both me, relate to your characters and how they really just breathe those characters?
That's a great question. And may I?
You may.
May I begin?
You may.
Thank you, Brian. Ellie, first of all, great job. Great job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well done.
It's not easy to do what you did. It is not. It takes a lot of guts, and I totally understand. One of the things that Maurice and I have had the great privilege of witnessing, first, in the sort of environs and the ethos behind Comic-Cons. Utter inclusivity, all people are welcome. In my view, spandex should be a privilege, not a right.
He's
That's
only
just
referring
me.
to me.
You get my point. Anybody is welcome here. And the extent to which Mo and I have had the great privilege of meeting many folks on the spectrum who often themselves or their parents, as a parent, their parents often get a little bit tearful when they say, hey, guess what? My son Rob here was nonverbal till he was 5. But you know what, Mr. LaMarche? When Rob started watching Ghostbusters that we had on some, all of a sudden, boom, he explodes. He's expressive, and he has to meet you. And that stuff, you guys, is way bigger than our paycheck. That lights us up, especially as parents.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Well, how are you?
Doing just fine.
That's my-
I'm breathing, and I'm
This
not
is
in
my
jail,
sexy
but the day's
voice.
not over yet.
I'm well. How are you?
Well,
I don't know what the hell voice I'm doing.
You guys have yours play Misty for me voice
No,
on.
hey.
okay.
Hi.
Well, I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
One of these is, Mr. LaMarche,
Yes.
if the brain ever took over the world, what do you think what he would do with it? And two, did you guys ever consider doing Who's on First with Pinky and the Brain?
Okay. Second question first. We were at literally my favorite festival in the country, Sketchfest in
Yeah.
San Francisco.
Mo and I get to go every year. It's great.
And Cole Stratton, the brilliant improviser, who, along with Janet Varney, were the founders
Cora,
of the
yeah.
festival, did an afternoon with Pinky and the Brain. And we thought we'd, it'd be like a panel, but he loves to challenge people. So he literally gave us the script to Who's on First, and we read it as Pinky and the Brain. And we did I think the first time we did it, we made it so that Brain was the stupid one, or the Costello,
I feel like that's
and
much
Pinky
funnier.
was the smart one, and it worked. And then I think we played it, more where I was Bud. Anyway, either way, it worked. It's a great piece of comedy writing,
Yeah.
and so it actually has. I wish I could give you a sample. I can't remember. Do you have Who's on First on your phone? Or?
I think so. Do you not have a script on yours? Let me see.
I don't know.
I'll be
Let's
right
take a
with
look.
you.
Hang on.
Yeah,
Show me the script for Who's on First. Who could say no to that kind of authority?
How does that happen? I mean, oh my God! I remember adjusting the antenna on our black and white television. Why has Rob Paulsen not jumped off a bridge? That's crazy.
Oh wait, no. This is the full
Oh, the whole thing?
with Dean and all that.
We
Oh,
just
great.
did about 4 minutes of it. Or
Yeah.
something. Who's on first? I think I've got it on my.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna do a screen grab and send that to you, Robbo. I'm sending this to
Okay,
you.
go ahead.
Yes, there you are. It's coming over to you via AirDrop. Oh, the Wi-Fi's off, so screw me.
Wait. Dinner and a movie.
Rob
I know. I'm going to be
Paulsen,
canceled
here we
tomorrow. I
go.
figure why not?
Here
Okay.
it comes, Mr. Paulsen.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, all right. So
Now,
here it is.
you're going to be Abbott, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna play Abbott.
All right.
Okay, so as Brain.
You ask, and we try to deliver. Here we go.
I say who's on first, what's on second. I don't know who's on third.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hello?
Maybe I didn't. Oh,
Did
maybe you
did
just
you
sent
take
me
the
another
thing
piece of it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Hang
Take
on.
the thing I sent you.
How do I get...
We're not
This is
geniuses.
just like in the recording studio.
Exactly.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So you're starting at about is on second?
I'm starting up at the top at Abbott. I say who's on first.
Wait a
Hang
minute.
on. Okay.
No, I didn't get the whole thing.
Here it comes.
Okay.
Here it
sorry,
comes.
Guys.
All right. I'm sending you. I'm
Good
sending
vibes.
it. What? Isn't this exciting? This is preparing you for parenthood because this is what your children are going to do. They're just going to be texting each other. All right. Here we go. Take that text, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah. You got it?
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to be
Yeah. All right.
entertain the people. Will you, Brian?
A show that is really a show sends you out with a kind of a glow, and you say, as you... Is it not there yet?
No.
Go on your way. That's entertainment.
Welcome to Tech Hour.
Yeah, exactly.
With Maurice
I'll tell you what,
LaMarche.
why don't
Okay.
And
we
Rob
have some more
Paulsen.
questions?
Here we go. Here it is.
Oh,
Okay.
did we get it?
This is simpler.
All right.
Right
here we
there.
go.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. All right. Okay.
I say who's on first, what's on second. I don't know who's on third.
Are you the manager?
Yes.
Oh, you're going to be the coach too,
Well, yes.
and you don't know the fellow's names.
Well, I should.
Well, then who's on first?
Yes.
No, I mean the fellow's name.
Yes.
Who?
Who?
Oh,
Who?
the guy on first.
Who?
The first baseman.
Who?
The guy playing.
Who's on first?
I'm asking you who's on
That's
first.
the man's name.
That's whose name?
Yes.
What?
Well, go ahead and tell me. No, that's
That's me. Well, go ahead and tell me that.
That's it.
That's who?
Yes.
Look, you've got a first baseman.
Certainly.
Who is playing first?
That's right.
Try again. When you go, we pay off the first baseman every month. Who gets the money?
Every dollar of it.
All I'm trying to find out is the fellow's name on first base.
Who?
The guy that gets.
That's it.
Who gets the money?
He does. Every dollar. Sometimes his wife comes down to collect it.
Whose wife?
Yes. What's wrong with that?
Look, all I want to know is when you sign up the first baseman, how does he sign his name?
Who?
The guy.
Who?
How does he sign
That's
it?
how he signs it.
Who?
Yes.
All I'm trying to do is find out who the guy's name on first base. Are we? Oh, okay, got it. All I'm trying to do is find out what's the name of the guy on first base.
No. What is on second base?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
One base at a time.
Well, don't change the players around.
I'm not changing nobody.
Take it easy, pal.
All right, I'm only asking you who is the guy on first base.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
What's the guy's name on first base?
No, what is on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
He's on third. We're not talking about him.
Now, how did I get on third base?
Why, you mentioned his name.
If I mention the third baseman's name, who did I say is playing third?
No, who's playing first?
What's on first?
What's on second?
I don't know.
He's on third.
There I go back on third again. Now, would you just stay on third base and don't go off it?
All right. What do you want to know?
Who now is playing third base?
Why do you insist on putting who on third base?
What am I putting on third?
No. What is on second?
You don't want who on second?
Who's on first?
I don't know.
Third
Third
base.
base.
All right, that's it.
That's enough, right. Thank you. Great idea. We know that some of you have to get home for Christmas, so maybe we should... Sorry, thank you.
All right. Oh, I would make everyone worship me, and then worship me some more. And then when the day was over, more worship. Yes. I'm very insecure deep down, my friend. And then, of course, I'd wipe out all crime and decrease the price of cheese. All right.
Well done, Maurice.
Hello.
Hey, very interesting question.
We will be the judge of that.
Have Jens ever heard of the fan theory that Pinky is actually the genius and the brain is the one insane?
Yes, that's why they call it a theory.
What's your opinion on that theory?
I just opened my mouth to change feet. Love.
It's actually really, just to break character for a second, it's actually a really interesting theory because Brain's plans are always thwarted, and most of the time Pinky has had, even though Brain is ultimately his own undoing, Pinky has had something to do with provoking that. Yeah. So it's very possible that Pinky may actually be the genius. There was one episode where, I forget which one it was, where Pinky actually levitates fruit while Brain is explaining the plan.
That's a good one.
And and he doesn't even know he's doing it. And Brain just goes, how long have you been able to do that? Do what? Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, there's something obviously going on with Pinky that's got some increased brain power, at least some facet of it.
Thank you.
It's very possible.
Hi.
Pinky power indeed, my friend. Hello.
I'm even in the same chair I was for your panel yesterday, so...
You say again?
I'm in the same chair I was yesterday,
wow.
So just
My
fun.
goodness.
But a question and a comment, but my grandfather hates cartoons except Pinky and the Brain, so...
Oh, wow.
When I told him I was getting to meet you both today, he went, yeah, but that's pretty cool, Pinky and the Brain.
Nice.
But the question is, what was each of your favorite scenes or lines that you got to do? Like, my favorite for Brain is when he did the Orson Welles commercials.
Yeah, Yes Always was a special,
Wonderful.
a very special episode. I used to be known for being able to do the frozen peas commercial. Just whenever there was a lull in recording, I would just do it to amuse myself, and I had headphones on, and
all of us,
and but I'd do it if it was just a 2-man session or whether it was an entire cast waiting. If there was just a lull, I just go, "We know a remote farm in Lincolnshire where Mrs. Buckley lives. Every July, peas grow there. Do you really mean that?" And just go through the entire frozen peas thing, because I wouldn't stop unless somebody actually got on the button and said, "Okay, we're ready to go." And so they thought, maybe we can shut Mo up by actually transmuting this to the Pinky and the Brain world and make it that Brain is doing a frozen peas commercial. So that was tremendous fun. And just a little esoteric history, the day we recorded it happened to have been a day I had to go to the funeral of a dear friend, the comedian Sam Kinison. And when I came back, they had held the session for me, and I came in around 5 and recorded just my lines. It was mostly me anyway. And I was very sad, and as soon as I saw the script, because they kept it a big secret from me and saw what this was, I was like, what did you guys do? Yeah. And I just, it
was so beautiful
my
to watch.
mood. And then Andrea and Harry Andronis, our engineer who appeared in the episode, took me out for a lovely Italian dinner at this wonderful place I'd never been to before. And it turned a lousy day into a really great day. Yeah.
Thank you for asking.
Of all the characters you performed, what have been your favorite songs to sing?
Oh, boy. Well, let's see. Pinky really likes Led Zeppelin. Come to the land of the underground with the midnight sun and the hot springs. I won't. But that's Pinky. Gosh, I don't know. It's pretty difficult not to for Yakko's world, simply because it has arguably become a pretty iconic little 2.5-minute piece of American art. It's wonderful. And Rusty Mills, the late great Rusty Mills, directed that episode. It was the first song I sang for Animaniacs. Talk about setting a high bar. But the real story behind that song and why it's so special is Randy Rogel, who wrote it. Many people don't know this, but it's absolutely worth telling. Randy was, he's the most prolific liver of life. He went to West Point, then he went to Boston University, then he got a great job in corporate America, and he said, no, I'm really about showbiz, so he drives down to L.A., bangs on the door for years, and he starts writing on Batman at Warner Brothers. He won an Emmy. right out of the chute. Then the next year he hears about the people who made Tiny Toon Adventures across the hall are making this new Steven Spielberg show, lots of music, anime, whatever. So he bangs on that door. And they say, look, dude, you're writing on Batman. You just want an Emmy. You want more money? No, I can do both. Okay. So they say, all right, go home after weeks. Go home and write a song on spec. What spec means an audition, essentially. Like, show me what you got, kid. And like an audition. So not to be paid, just to see if he could get the job. So the song he wrote over the weekend was Yakko's World. Now, I'm good at my job, but I live in Hollywood, man. If you walk down Hollywood Boulevard and throw a dart, apart from the fact that it would piss somebody off and it hit him, you'd hit a good singer every time. Everybody's there. What you can't do is find someone who writes that stuff. And what a beautiful segue vis-a-vis the importance of writing, right?
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
We got nothing.
See, I didn't have a writer write that for me, so I screwed it up. Exactly. Yes.
No, it's that's why that song means a lot to me. All of it combined is such a fascinating story, and Randy is the one who deserves the credit.
Yeah.
What about you, Bragg?
Well, I loved Brainstem.
I was going to say, fire away.
That's all.
Oh.
I don't have it memorized like you. But
You know the first couple lines.
yeah, I know.
Good.
Neocortex, frontal lobe,
Brainstem!
hippocampus, neural node, right hemisphere, pons and cortex, visual,
Brainstem!
Sylvian Fisher, pineal, left hemisphere, cerebellum left, cerebellum right, synapse, hypothalamus, striatum dendrite.
How about that?
So, and probably what gives me the most joy about that song is that about once a con, somebody who's in the medical field comes up to the table and says, "You helped me pass my brain anatomy exam." And to which I say, well, I just sang the words. Tom Minton, who is the physical inspiration for the brain, wrote, it's the only Liszt song that wasn't written by Randy, it was written by Tom. And I say, you owe it to Tom Minton, not me.
Yeah.
So, but together we are the brain. So it's kind of neat. The power of music is an amazing thing.
It really is.
For non-Pinky and the Brain or Animaniacs songs, I love that as Kif Kroker I got to sing, "Once upon a time I was falling in love, now I'm only falling apart. Nothing I can do, a total eclipse of the heart." That's my favorite non-Pinky Brain moment.
Hi.
Hi.
First, I'd like to say, hello, Robin Maurice.
Well, hello. Nice person with the microphone.
Greetings, my friend.
My question is for both of you. Given Pinky and the Brain's many attempts to take over the world, have they been open to suggestions to start off small, like just off the top of my head, Warner Brothers Studio?
Oh, wait a
Well,
minute.
that's kind of the purview of Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. I think they kind of run Warner Brothers Studio, just running around it. I don't know.
Running amok.
Amok. I've always thought they should start with Canada.
Yeah.
Because, you know, how do you take over the country of Canada? You go in and say, "Hello, may I take over your country, eh?"
Yeah.
And they go, "Okay," and then that's it. So that would be my approach to if they let.
Right, I love it here. We have maple syrup
Yes.
and beavers, and everybody's so nice. No.
That's about it, Pinky. Yeah. And it's very, very, very clean.
Yeah, very
and
clean.
fun, silly willy.
willy.
Yes.
And when I
There you
picked
go.
up my napkin, I picked up my serviette.
Serviette, yes. You'll have to learn new nomenclature for many things.
Yeah.
But yes, Canada.
Hi.
Hi there. So it's absolutely no question that you guys have impacted the childhoods of a lot of people.
We're sorry.
I was about to say for better or for worse. But I'm kind of wondering what specific pieces of media were particularly impactful for, either of your childhoods?
Hercules, hero of song and story. Hercules, winner of ancient glory. Iron in his thighs, a really nice surprise. No, I'm sorry.
There's kids here.
That was great.
That was
Mom.
that was probably the first cartoon show
That was great.
I really zeroed in on was the 1963 Translux cartoon Hercules,
Yeah.
song of which was sung by Johnny Nash.
Oh, you told me that.
Yeah.
He's the guy who sang, I can see clearly now. That's Johnny Nash.
Yeah, and what else? I guess that and Bugs Bunny, of course.
Yeah.
So those were very impactful for me. And I love the idea. And Beanie and Cecil.
Yeah.
I remember that was probably they concurrently.
Your obedient serpent is a bob clap kid.
Come go sailing with Beanie and the crew.
Yeah.
Cecil the sea serpent and Uncle Captain too.
Yeah, it's just-
Dishonest John will never learn that crime just doesn't pay. And now here's Beanie and Cecil in a Bob Clampett cartoon. I got to play Dishonest John in the 1987 reboot that only ran 4 episodes on ABC.
Yeah.
But we had so much fun making it. And that's where I met Billy West. Billy West got cast as Cecil, and the original Uncle Captain Jim McGeorge, and a wonderful young Vancouver actor who was only 10 years old named Mark Hildreth, who is now, he's been on many shows. He's been on V, The Return, and and he dated Kristen Crook from Smallville, Lana Lang, for the longest time.
Cool.
Yeah, good kid. Still in touch with him. Yeah. What about you? What are your influences?
Mine?
Yeah, you. Apart from Gordie Howe, he's not a
yes.
cartoon character, so
Apart
you
from
don't get
Gordie
to talk
Howe,
about it, Rob.
No, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Were we talking about musical stuff specifically?
No, I was pretty much talking about just anything that.
Animation?
Oh, in animation. Okay, yeah. Well, obviously, with respect to what Mo and I were lucky enough to end up doing, Mel Blanc and June Foray and Hans Conried and all the people on Fractured Fairy Tales. I love the Jay Ward and Bill Scott stuff. I could watch Bullwinkle and Rockin', Boris and Natasha all the time. And to be able to have befriended a number of those actors was quite remarkable. But my inspiration in terms of I think my sense of humor, which to some extent has been very helpful. The Pythons, Jonathan Winters, Lucy, Carol Burnett, Harvey Korman, Tim Conway.
The Goons?
The Goons. Peter Sellers, Kenneth Williams, Hattie
Peter
Jakes,
Cook and Dudley Moore.
Peter Cook, all those guys. Red Skelton. We
bonded over a love of the
Yeah.
British comedy. That when we first met, we couldn't believe that we could each finish off Monty Python sketches and do them back and
It's a
forth
little disturbing,
without
but
any
we do.
rehearsal.
Yeah.
So it was
Yes.
fun. That's how.
Dennis, there's some lovely filth down here.
Please, good people, I am in haste. Who lives in that castle over there?
No one lives there. No one lives there.
Well, who is your lord?
We don't have a lord.
Oh, fuck.
Then you say, as Michael, I told you.
I told you. We're an anarcho-syndicalist commune. We take it in turns to act as a sort of executive officer of the week. But all the decisions of that officer have to be ratified at a special bi-weekly meeting by a 2/3 majority in the case of purely internal affairs, but by a simple majority. Be quiet.
Yes, I see. Oh, no, be quiet.
Come and see the violence inherent in the system. Help! I'm being repressed.
Bloody peasant.
Oh, what a giveaway!
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Been a while since we ran that one.
Yeah.
So that's like when that just like when this is my kind of guy that he knows this stuff backwards and forwards.
35 years ago.
Yeah, now wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we both love the comedy stylings of Bob Hope.
Yeah, baby.
Isn't that something?
Hey, I love
hi. A whole bunch of people over here that
Hi.
I've been giving my shoulder to. I apologize.
Look, it's the Forgotten Minions. Who has a question?
What was your favorite TV show?
Oh, my goodness. My favorite TV show?
Ever?
Wow, that's, well, I'm almost 45 years old, so that means 45 Canadian, which is 67 American.
There you go.
My favorite show, well, with all due respect, sweetie, because I'm a lot older, when I was your age, I loved certain cartoons. I loved watching The Wonderful World of Disney. I just, all of that. Then as I got a little older, it was MASH, Carol Burnett, Mo and I, of course, Mo's world-class comic, and I love world-class comedy, and one of our heroes is Johnny Carson. You can't not have Johnny Carson be our age and not have him be utterly part of your ethos.
That's a very big word, ethos.
Thank you very much, Johnny.
Well, Foster, I just wondered if you know what the word ethos means.
I don't know. I don't know what ethos means, but I met him down at the corner, and he sold me some sterno.
Did he charge you?
I think he's a Greek person.
He charged you a fair price for it, did he?
I think he's a Greek boy, Johnny.
A man of Greek heritage.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be right back after these words.
Happy souvlaki. Well, anyway, so all of that is to say, laugh in, and then as I got a little older, we could watch the Pythons on American television. So
yeah, I think pound for pound, I loved Faulty Towers.
Oh.
Monty Python's Flying Circus, obviously. And I loved a show that came along in 1980, I think, 2, called Police Squad, that became the Naked Gun movies.
The Zucker Brothers, wasn't
The
it?
Zucker Brothers. And that was a show that never failed to make me laugh my bum
Great
off.
show.
Yeah. I have no bum today because I laughed so much.
Hi.
My question is for Maurice.
Yes.
If the brain had one attempt to take over the world, what do you think he would do?
Just one? Oh,
Just
boy.
one attempt to take over the world? My goodness, I don't know. I think he'd probably do. I think we covered it in the stand-up comedian episode where he had the teeth cladding and knew that if he smiled a certain way and had a catchphrase repugnant, that eventually he would be able to get the world in his sway. That's what a lot of the original episodes had mass hypnosis themes. In the newer episodes, we got a little more. I think because it had been 27 years and Brain still hadn't taken over the world, he was a little more inclined to use like death rays and things like that. And to be honest, I liked the more benevolent Brain of the original series. But I think it would be something like that, some kind of mind control scheme. Yeah, I'd probably invent like Instagram or TikTok or something like that. Just make no, not the Himalayas. No, indeed, my friend. Anybody else?
Howdy.
Speaking of the modern Animaniacs,
yes,
you've either completed or are completing final season. What's next for the both of you?
Well, yeah, we did complete and it did drop. Is the final season, short season of Animaniacs on Hulu, and so we have 36 new episodes for those of you who have not had a chance to see them, or if you have not subscribed to Hulu, please do. And it's all new Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brains, a couple of new characters, and but what's next? For me, we just wrapped on. We're doing post on 2 seasons of Futurama that are coming up. The first 10 will drop on Hulu again. I just like saying that name now. Hulu. You know why? Because those are the checks I'm getting. Anyway, so they'll drop on July 24th, and but 1 week at a time. I think it's gonna be like the old days, analog days of having to sit in front of your TV every week. So Futurama, and we'll drop finally the last season of Disenchantment come this fall. So those are the things. And right now, nobody's doing a lot of anything because our writers have been on strike for 2 months, and it looks like the actors, Screen Actors Guild is going to go on strike. So it might be a little while before we see new product from us. But
what's your Pinky and the Brain DVDs?
Yes.
This panel is brought to you by Hulu.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, hey there, man.
Nice to
Good to
see
see
you.
you. Good to see you again.
Hi.
First of all, Mo.
Yes.
Pinky was able to levitate fruit in season 1 and episode 11, Fly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just wanted to ask, this September, Animaniacs turns 30.
Right.
And I was kind of...
Thank
So
you
do
for
we.
that.
We turned 32.
We turned 30. Again,
So
in
I was
Canadian.
wondering, for both of you, your experience on the show overall, any noteworthy stories that you haven't really mentioned too often before?
I have one in particular. Obviously includes Mo, but the truth is, I'm not trying to be coy or perfunctory. It's every time you get to do this. Don't tell anybody. Something that you would do for free, and people are nice enough to pay you, and then we get to go to central Pennsylvania And look at, watch this, Mo. Nerf! That's crazy how lucky we are.
Yeah.
And so that is all to say, every session pretty much was a blast. However, with respect to my favorite memory of the show, we did an episode written by Charlie Howell and Gordon Bressack called "You Said a Mouse Full," and
I just found the script for that, the original recording script,
man.
going through my garage the other day.
Is that right?
Yeah,
I'd like
it's
to
the
go through that.
original recording script.
It was about the Hackensack,
the kicky sack, Hackensack, kicky sack. No, the kicky sack. Exactly.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Nice to see you, kiddo.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
look great. And you brought
Indeed.
your big brother again. Nice. Oh. No, not. You're welcome.
So yeah, that was a fun one to do because the words did not fall trippingly from my tongue. Gordon, God rest his soul, he'd written it almost as a way to spite me. He gave me a lot of tongue twisters to say in that. And of course, the guy that plays the manager of the
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you again. Of that factory was played by John Moschida, who was famous at that time for being the world's fastest talker.
FedEx?
And he was known for a FedEx commercial where he was just answering the phone and talking to me a million miles an hour. So the person who blew the most lines was me. The person who blew the second most lines was, believe it or not, John Moschida. Not many, but he did blow some lines. And the only person who didn't blow a line is sitting right next to me. He got all of his tongue twisters perfect every single take. At one point, I got so frustrated with myself that I got out of my chair, walked around, walked through the door into the control room where Gordon was sitting with Andrea Romano, our director, and I just went,
Ma'am.
I just slugged him in the shoulder like Lucy would slug Linus.
Pow.
In the shoulder, turned around, walked back, came back
in.
to my chair.
Oh, it was
Felt better.
wonderful to see that.
Yeah. And to pay me back, his son put me in a live action movie.
Yeah.
So I actually got to play in a movie called Murder Anyone.
Oh, it's on, yeah.
It's on Prime if
Watch
you
it.
feel like searching
Mo,
it out.
how many acting
And
awards did you win?
I had a lead part in that. I won 4 different acting awards for
Film
my acting
at film festivals.
at different horror festivals. So the on-camera world is ready for me to take it over at 65.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. there
Hi,
you go.
Sophie.
Hello. So, I wanted to ask if Pinky and the Brain could improvise a love song for each other. Because Brinky.
Okay, here we go. Brian, I'm going to sing you a little, who's the waltz guy? La 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 la.
The what? Oh, you mean Strauss?
Yeah, Johann.
Oh, Johann Strauss, yes.
Yeah, Johann. So
the senior Strauss.
let's see.
Yes.
Oh God, what am I going to do here? Thank you, Sophie. Let's see.
I tolerate you, Pinky. I do.
And I love you, Brainy. It's true.
Well, toleration for me is just like love.
And I look to God and thank Him from above.
That's very touching, Pinky.
But I'm an atheist.
And now we must go and take over the world.
Lest we lose our minds and our pants come unfurled. That's right. You know what? Hey, I'm
Yes,
serious as a pimple
thank-
on prom night. I'm going to tell you right here and now that under these jeans, I'm not wearing any pants. Why do they just go slip into our territory?
Let's just call you Commando Rob.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll be
okay.
back. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's next? Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Good. How you doing tonight? 2 quick questions.
Yes.
First off, any plans to do another round of Animaniacs Live?
Oh, yeah.
We've got a few dates coming up, right?
Yeah. Thank you for asking. The question is, for a while, Randy Rogel and I, the fabulous songwriter, got an incredibly wonderful deal with Warner Brothers by which we could take the music of Animaniacs around the country. There are a number of you here this weekend who saw us, I think, at one of our first gigs in Pittsburgh a million years ago.
Warren, Ohio.
Yeah.
Our last gig before lockdown.
Yeah. And then we were fortunate and got smart and approached Mo to be in the show. So now it's pretty much, it sometimes is Yakko, Wacko, and Dot and the Brain, but most of the time it's Randy and me and Mo. And Randy has written specific songs and sketches for Pinky and the Brain and for Mo, just proprietary to the show. It's fantastic. It's so much
we
fun.
have a wonderful time. Sometimes we appear in front of an orchestra. In fact, next year, on my birthday, March 30th, we will be appearing with the Toronto Symphony Orchestra, 88 pieces at Roy Thompson Hall, which is this fabulous, acoustically perfect hall, and it's one that I watched them build when I was growing up in Toronto. So I'm getting to go home on my birthday and appear in a very large venue and sing in front of an orchestra. So that's
congratulations! That's amazing.
Thank you. If you guys ever want to check around where we're going to be, just go to animaniacslive.com or Animaniacs in Concert. I think either one takes you there, but animaniacsinconcert.com. Or you can go to my website, which is robpaulsenvoice.com, and I update upcoming cons and concerts and, weekend at the jail, some community service.
I'm still on an abacus, so I don't have a website. I don't know why.
Hey, I'm sold. My high school yearbook picture was a cave painting.
You figured out your phone. You figured out your phone quicker than Rob, though. So
yes.
You got to give props for that. The second question was, any chance of a revival of A Christmas Carol?
Oh.
As Pinky and the Brain.
I see. That would be interesting. Brain would make a very good Scrooge.
Yes.
And you'd make a good Bob Cratchit.
Well, yeah. In fact, I would say that's how I came up with my name. Would say, Bob, scratch it. And I said, well, why did you say that to me? I mean, why did you? My name isn't Bob. My name is Pinky. Now, you should play. If your name were Bob, I'd tell you to scratch it. Bob Cratchit.
That's how you came up. with
Yeah. Narv.
We'll be right back after these words.
All right, we're running low on time. 1, 2, 3, 4, hopefully 5.
Hello.
Hi, bud.
Hi. I had a question for Mo, but I'm going to piggyback off her real quick.
Yes.
I had tickets to Animaniacs in concert in Cleveland, and it was canceled.
Due to the vid. Yeah.
Yeah, you know why. But the next time you're doing it, is it possible we could hear more? Like, I know you've done some Hysteria. Would we hear some Freakazoid, maybe?
Oh.
I don't know.
I would pay good money to hear Bon Jovi.
Yeah, thank you, because we don't take the bad money. Just so I'm saying, yeah.
Also, Mo, I was just wondering, any memories of working on Ed Wood with Tim Burton?
Yes. It was a really actually a wonderful working experience for me.
Do you know the story behind Mo and Ed Wood? This is great.
In the movie Ed Wood, Vincent D'Onofrio brilliantly portrays Orson Welles, but he couldn't quite hit the voice. He does everything else perfectly. The mannerisms, the way they lit him. I mean, Vincent looks like Orson anyway, but Tim Burton wasn't happy with the voice, so they flew me up to San Francisco, and I went to
Skywalker.
I went to Skywalker Ranch, and Tim directed me personally. And I remember Andrea saying, "Well, he's kind of bizarre, and he's a little bit like eccentric." And I was like, the most focused person I think I'd ever met in my life. Yeah. The only bizarre thing about him was that he was able to draw his knees up. He could sit in that like yoga way of, he sat on a stool but drew his knees up and planted his heels on the stool. But that was the most bizarre thing he did. Other than that, a tremendously intelligent, focused guy, and I dubbed the scene of Ed, dreams are worth fighting for. And it was a wonderful thing, but It's the only apocryphal thing in the entire movie. Apparently they never met. Everything else in Ed Wood is absolutely historically correct. And I think it's Tim Burton's best movie, and I'm a big fan of Batman. But yeah, so I had a wonderful experience with that, and I was worried. I was always worried that Vincent was not. I had heard he wasn't terribly happy, and I finally met him. I think it was in Seattle, and he couldn't have been nicer. And I said, he said, listen, it's Tim's movie. He can do whatever he wants. I'm glad we could come up with this composite performance where we are Orson Welles, and so he's a great guy too. So everything's great.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello, it's me again.
I know.
From
Hello.
Yesterday.
How are you?
Okay, but me and my sister have a question, but she's letting me go first.
Nice.
So I wanted to ask if either of you ever had control of the writer's room just for one singular episode, what would you write an episode about?
Oh boy. I think
That's why we have writers, because we're sitting. By the way, if you've ever been in a writer's room, it looks like a friggin' oil painting.
Yeah.
Because they sit there literally.
They do. Nah.
Yeah. God, I guess I've always wanted to do an episode. Well, we've. Have you guys seen the final season of Animaniacs? Everyone. So. Yeah. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Okay, but there's an episode where, in a very real way, Brain actually succeeds, and I had always wanted that. I always wanted to do an episode where Brain succeeds in taking over the world, and and I always felt that Brain had benevolent motivations, at least in the original series, that he wanted to take over the world because he knew that he could make it a better place, that he was smarter than anybody else, and that he had solutions for all the world's problems. That probably wouldn't have been, it would have been a little conflict-free, so maybe not the greatest episode, but that was something I always wanted to do. But that's why I leave it to brilliant writers like Gordon and Charlie and Peter Hastings and Sherry Stoner and, so anyway, Robbo,
Yeah. What was the question again? Oh, what episode would I rewrite?
If you could just make an episode from scratch, what would you write it about?
I love to sing, and so I would probably that Pinky becomes Crosby, Stills, and Narf.
Yeah.
And I would. It's getting to the point that I'm no fun anymore. I am stupid. No. So yeah, I think I would like to do something that was cool 70s rock, or like I said earlier, the immigrant song. Ah! That would be right up Pinky's, what, too. So thank you for asking.
Welcome.
All right.
Hello, the Brain, and hey again, Pinky.
Thank you.
Nice to see
Thank you for getting my first name right.
Of course. Now, my question is hypothetical, but if Pinky were to take over the world, Pinky, not Brain,
right,
and he was married to Julia.
Oh, dear.
Yes, how would Brain react? What would happen?
Yes. Brain, Julia and I are going out to, it's like, we're going out to Todd's house of Formica, just to test it out.
Todd's house of Formica. That sounds suspiciously committal, Pinky. Is there something you want to tell me?
Yes, Julia and I
Yes.
are a couple.
A couple
A couple
of
of
what?
what?
I don't understand, Pinky. How could you do this to me, Pinky?
Well, how I could do it was I paid Julia, and she said, yes, she would drop you like a bad habit. And I gave her 20 American dollars, and now she's mine.
20 American dollars.
20.
That's all it took.
Yes.
Well, thank you, partner. I guess I'll recruit my newest partner from this fine group of people, and I'll take over the world without you. I hope you're very happy in your wedded Formica bliss.
Ow.
You bastard. Screw you, Pinky.
Oh, Brennan, Julia says, as you're leaving, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Bye. You sound like that guy in Futurama now.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you guys are so great.
Thank you.
Anybody else have a question? Like, do you guys ever shut up? Or?
Is this on? Okay, so
So welcome back to like Setsicon again. I'm
Thank
with
you.
my mom here.
Thank
Hello.
you.
I wanted to
Hi, Mom.
introduce you to you guys. And I have a question. What's your like favorite like celebrity impressions?
Oh, well.
I do enjoy doing a good William Shatner. If only I had one. I don't say sabotage. You say sabotage. I say sabotage. My friends, my small friends.
Thank you.
I like doing that. Orson Welles obviously is a fun impression. I can do a decent Johnny Carson. And
And you do it. Your Rodney is perfect.
well, I've done it for them, but yes, it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
How about Peter Falk? Do you guys remember Columbo at all? All right. Well, you got to look at.
When Prince
look at his
Wesley,
eye. Look at his face.
whenever Wesley said to Princess Buttercup, "As you wish,"
That's something.
he was really saying, "I love you." Now, somebody get my eye out of this position because it's stuck.
Fantastic. How can you not love that man?
Can either of you do Christopher Walken?
I think we all do. You can't be a member of the
ask
Screen
the
Actors Guild.
audience if they ever. Can anybody here not do Christopher Walken? I mean, we all know.
Everybody.
Everybody can do
Yeah.
Christopher Walken. Wow.
Yeah, and we're also going to start soon shooting a show called The Walking Dead.
That's right. We all just shuffle along like this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
I said to her,
"That's amazing."
I walked up
Wow.
to her and I said, no, she said to me, the problem is all inside your head, she said to me. The answer is easy if you take it logically. I like to help you in your struggle to be free. Shit, there gotta be 50 ways to leave your lover.
If only you knew the power of the dark side of the Force. Luke, I am your father. Wow.
Yeah. Here's one. If you guys got till next Easter, United States,
Canada,
Mexico,
Panama,
Haiti.
Wow. Jamaica,
Peru.
You just became Shatner.
Yeah.
Peru. That's Shatner.
Thank you, guys. That's so great of you. Thank you for asking. Great job, Mo. Whew.
I think we have time for one more. No pressure.
A burning desire.
My goodness. Okay, so, I've been thinking about some of the crossover commercials Kids WB did. Like that time Pinky and the Brain met Pokemon.
Right.
So
Yes.
I was just wondering, are there any crossovers with Pinky and the Brain you two would like to see?
Pinky and the Brain crossovers. Remember back in the days of Kids WB?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Those great commercials that the late, great Bill Bigger would come up
right.
with,
I
and
do
Dave
remember
Doré.
those. Yeah.
And
Very clever.
yeah, they were very clever. There were some wonderful crossovers. Gosh, what I'm trying to think of what
Crossover
else.
episodes, you mean?
Crossover like promos.
Oh,
like
that's a very specific question. I don't recall anything. that was-
maybe Pinky and Morbo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
there we
yeah.
go. That's Morbo for Futurama.
Yeah. Hello, Morbo. It's me, Pinky.
I will destroy you.
Oh, dear.
Watch Kids WB. Good night. Promos do not work that way. I want to thank you guys for singing Happy Birthday to my son.
Yeah.
And, June 10th is an amazing day in history. I don't know if it's every family has probably been impacted by drug addiction and alcoholism. And I just want you to know, today is also the anniversary of the formation of Alcoholics Anonymous, which has gone
Yeah.
to help. If it's touched your life or helped somebody get sober, take a moment to just a little moment to think about what an amazing, amazing thing AA is. And yeah, so it's a day that I celebrate because it's touched my life. And so June 10th. Anyway, thank you. Have a happy June 10th.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Big round of applause. Visit them at their tables.
Great job, buddy.
Throw cash at them.
So, what are we going to do tonight, Brain?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Watch Fandom Spotlight videos and then take over the world.
Hey, God, that's great. And maybe we should tell them all to have fun?
And follow their fandom. Then bow before my genius.